Most of us spend a lot of time in front of the television or even with our computers. But can you imagine or can you guess how much time in our lifetimes we will accumulate that we have watched a screen in front of us? Take a guess. Go ahead right now and just keep that figure in your mind. And I'll tell you in a moment. But first of all, let me just say hi. I'm John Kuert, pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining me for another heart to heart talk. Well, I read a little while back that the average American will spend 15 years in front of the television during his or her lifetime. Can you imagine that? 15 years of sitting in front of that box clicking away. Seems like a pretty good waste of time, and we don't really realize it because when we're doing it, it only seems like, well, an hour here, an hour there, a couple hours here. You know, the Bible speaks of many rewards in heaven, but there won't be any for marathon TV watching. However, there will be rewards and even crowns for those who faithfully serve the Lord during their lifetime. And it won't be just for the big names. In fact, I think we'll be shocked when the awards are presented in heaven to see that so many of them go to just ordinary people who labored faithfully doing what God called them to do. Just ordinary people who sometimes even did extraordinary things. When you get to heaven, what will you have to show for your life on earth? You know, every person will be tried. We're all going to have to stand before the Lord, give an account. All of your accomplishments will be evaluated when you stand before that judgment seat of Christ. It's not so much a judgment for sin, but a judgment of the time that was spent in a worthless way as compared to the time we spent in a constructive way. Did you have more passion or excitement for your career or for a sport or for your possessions than you had for the things of God? That is just a great question that we need to ask ourselves from time to time and evaluate ourselves. It will all come to nothing. Wasted hours, wasted days, wasted years. So I would encourage you and even myself to do some introspection and see just what I'm using my 168 hours a week doing. And it's really important. It's really, really important. And I can't emphasize that enough. And I would encourage you to do that and just allow God to speak to you through the Holy Spirit and convince you that there's more. And I believe that there's more that each and every one of us can do than what we do. So take that for what it's worth, and I hope it challenges you. You know, these heart-to-heart talks are meant to be encouraging and uplifting, but sometimes they're also meant to be challenging. And I hope that these thoughts today challenge you. Well, thanks for joining me. I'm John Kuert, the pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania. We're located at 499 Greenville Pike in Clarion, just down from the university. And I would encourage you to stop by and visit us. We would love to have you. We have good music, we have good fellowship, and I try to share a message that is relevant for what we are all facing today in our world. And it is a crazy world. And I think that God can use each and every one of us if we're willing to apply ourselves to uncrazy the world and make things a little bit more sane and a little bit more spiritual. Well, again, thanks for joining me today, and I hope we'll see you again real soon. God bless you. Bye bye.